Well, everybody knows Asa Johal, and everybody, particularly in the Indo-Canadian community, knew him. He's a remarkable story, coming here at the age of 4 in 1926, and coming at that time. You can imagine how welcoming the environment was here at that time. He had to quit school at the age of 14 because financially he couldn't afford to go any further during the Depression. And he went to work in a mill, minimal wages.
He was working in the sawmill that time. He was a 14-year-old. Somebody, I think, gave a job to somebody else, offer. Then he thinks that's his turn, then they didn't give it to him. Then since that day, he said, one day, I'm going to make my own mill and show them.
And he obviously knew, like a lot of us, that he wasn't going to be the president of Macmillan Bloedel. And Indo-Canadian was not going to get there. So he started his own mill, and he always wanted to do that. And so that's what it was.
And then from there, he met a guy named Bruce Sangera, and he had a partner, two of them. They started buying veneer blocks from all the plywood plants on the Fraser River, and they started selling firewood. My mom would take the orders on the phone.
I couldn't even speak English that time. Well, I take the name and phone number, then tell my husband.
You know, 1965, he started terminal sawmills, and there was mainland sawmills and the logging camps and all of those other things that he accumulated.
But he was really such a kind gentleman when so many people in forestry in those days were not. It was the era of the big companies, and they had no time for Asa Johal.
Keep in mind that our people weren't allowed to vote here until 1947, and there was ample legislation that made Asians and South Asians second-class citizens. We weren't even citizens. To overcome and navigate all of that and get to the point that he got to in his career is storybook life, because he started out with nothing, and look where he ended up, and look what he did for our community. He not only became remarkably successful and got to the top of his profession, the lumber industry, but he gave back enormously in the Children's Hospital, the Cancer Society, the universities.
But it's unequivocally a fact that the ripple effect of goodwill, building community, the vision, the leadership, the inspiration and aspirations that he shared with us, not just at BC Children's, but across the province, are touched, felt, seen from corner to corner.
He gave back to the community. He was instrumental in starting the India Cultural Center.
The biggest legacy is, I guess, first is his success in business, and second is his success in the Indian culture, because he's donated a lot of money to the Indian culture, and he helped build a Sikh temple. And really that Sikh temple is for our culture, but it's for old people to get together and socialize.
His philanthropy is well known in his community and ours, and he was a mentor to a whole lot of people.
And those of us in the Indo-Canadian community and the community at large need to be proud of what he did.